You guys are killing me with these mistakes. Listen to the end of the video. If you're doing any of these mistakes, then we need to talk. Big time. Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Ela HM and welcome back to another video. If you're a beginner or even an intermediate or even an expert who is making one of the following mistakes, you're truly missing out, and let me tell you what I mean. First mistake and biggest mistake that I see people making in this space is that thinking we are all gonna make it. This is common in beginners, but what happens is when you start and when you realize that we're not all gonna make it, it's like a slap that happens to you and you wake up like, oh, we're actually not all gonna make it. I'm not saying steal from other people or scam other people or just focus on yourself and forget everyone. You need to help yourself before you could help others. So if you mint a project and the founder is screaming we're all gonna make it, and these same people that are screaming we're all gonna make it end up selling, and now you think that they're still with you on the we're all gonna make it thing, and you keep holding the bag until it goes down towards zero. This is definitely something that I don't want for myself or for you. So keep one thing in mind. Everyone in this space is looking out for themselves, and at the end of the day, you can help others while taking care of yourself. What I mean by that is if you get to a point where a project is worth a decent amount of money, then sell it. It's okay. Like your friends, people who are saying we're gonna make it, if they're able to handle the risk that comes with holding this project, because quite frankly 99% of them are going to zero, and this is what we're already seeing. Every time something shaky happens in the market or something that is coming up, people start selling a lot of projects, and the ones that end up taking the hits are the projects that you and I can afford, right? The cheaper ones, and these take the hits the most, and all the we are gonna make it people instantly turn into
you idiots, stop listing on the floor and stop undercutting the price.
So it instantly flips. So keep one thing in mind, guys. We're not all gonna make it, and at the end of the day, someone is gonna win and someone is gonna lose. Now this mistake, I did it a lot of times, I still do it sometimes, and I'm sure you do it as well, and that is diamond handing projects in hopes that it's gonna go up sometime. Keep one thing in mind, guys. If you enter a project for a flip and it doesn't turn out the best way or what you expected, you can sell it, and even if it 100x's later on, that's fine. It's gonna sting as always. There will be some sort of regret in this space, but it's okay. It happens. It may pump, it may not pump. I would say 95% of the time when you take profits, you are not going to regret it. Most of the time, you're going to say, I'm glad I took profits right here. Trust me, that's what I mean. But that being said, if you're someone who build up enough liquidity where you're able to mint a project and hold it for a while without having most of your liquidity tied up in one place, then you're golden. You can just hold it, and whether it goes to zero, whether it goes up, perfect, you're good. So the next time you're in the situation where you're thinking, should I hold this? What if it pumps even more? Just sell it. Don't think twice, because chances are it's not going to pump. If we're just playing probability wise, it's not going to pump. Probability wise, the project is going to
I don't even know if that's PG.
Guys, real quick, one of the biggest mistakes that I see NFT people making is not liking the video, which tells YouTube that you like the video and you can spread it to more people so they can benefit as well from this. Also, if you haven't followed me on Twitter already, make sure you do so. This is the quickest way I can send information out to you guys. Also, join my Discord, link is in the description. We can talk about crypto NFTs. You can have direct access to me. And now back to the video. Now, this mistake is very similar to the previous one, not taking profits when you should have. So for example, you mint a project, it goes 2 to 3x, you make your 0.1, 0.2 ETH, and you say, well, let me wait, maybe I can make 1 ETH with this. Please don't. Sell it, because especially if you're low on liquidity. So if you're good on liquidity and you have a lot of liquidity to work with, then you can actually risk holding it and waiting for a while until it pumps up to 1 ETH or 2 ETH. Probability wise, chances are it's not going to go to 1 ETH, but taking the profits, which is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 ETH, whatever it is, will help you build up your liquidity and build up your portfolio, so you're able later on to hold the moonbirds that you mint. You'll have enough liquidity to mint other projects, all while holding the project which you have a lot of conviction with and you think is going to do very, very well. There is no other market that returns that much that quickly, so please sell it, take your profits, move on. Now this mistake is something that like I cannot cringe at. It kills me. Being married to a project. A lot of people just hang out in the Discord for 1 to 2 to 3 weeks in order to try to get whitelist. They build a personal connection with people there, with the founders, with the team, and then all of a sudden they feel like they belong to the tribe of that project. But a lot of founders who are in this game are in it to make money, which is definitely not something wrong, and I'm not against that. At the end of the day, they're looking out for themselves, and you should be looking out for yourself as well. And the reason I know this happens is because many of my videos, when I talk about a project, I usually state the positive and the negative. Don't take it personal when I talk about this. I look at things as objectively as I can and I state them as they are. If you are in a project and you build a connection with the founders and with the team and with the community, I get that you can get offended if I talk about the project negatively. But truth of the matter is, there are positive and negative to every project out there and to everything out there to begin with. So next time this happens, please don't feel obliged to defend them, because at the end of the day, 1, you're wasting your time, 2, you're wasting my time, and 3, they are looking out for themselves. And at the end of the day, you're also paying them money. They're not paying you money to do that. You are the one who is going to be paying them money when you mint. They're going to make a few million or a few 100,000, and potentially, chances are you are going to not make money out of this because you decide to diamond hand, and we're all going to make it. If you're good on the first 3 points, maybe you can actually flip this for a profit. But if not, then see how this is all going down in a way where you're at a disadvantage. And trust me, I'm not bashing you, I'm just looking out for you, because if you have this mentality of we're all gonna make it, I'm married to this project, not taking profits, then this is really a recipe for disaster. So make sure you keep that in check as well. Now, last but definitely not least, and probably one of the biggest mistakes that people make, is minting a derivative project and thinking it will be the next fill in the blanks. There are many projects that are apes, there are derivatives, many of them did very well, but very short-lived. For example, I minted a project called Caked Apes, and it went up all the way maybe to even 0.8, and I sold like 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, but I knew this was a flip. Every derivative you see out there is gonna die eventually. What's a derivative? It's a project that reminds you of another project. Whether it's Koodles, whether it's Stoned Ape, Yacht Club, whatever it is, eventually it will die because it's just a copycat, basically. It's like buying a fake Rolex, and even though the quality of the Rolex might be good, it's not the original one after all. So keep that in mind. Derivatives are there. They could do well for a quick flip, but that's just it. And no good founders are gonna say, hey, why don't I make a Cool Cats derivative? I think I could do it even better than them. It's not going to happen. They're just making a copycat, and they're just piggybacking to make quick bucks off of the project's back. I even minted Kidzuki or something. I mean, I make these mistakes as well, guys, but this would definitely help you guys as well, I would say. So that's it. Like the video if you enjoyed it. See you on the next one. Peace out.